First of all, I want to, for people who have not read the book or don't know about um, the my son's cancer, I'll give you a bit of a lowdown on what happened in 2014. My son was at that time 3 years, 10 months, and he was diagnosed with a condition called Wilms tumor. It's a very rare case of kidney cancer. It happens to a very small percentage of kids worldwide. And my son happened to be part of the unfortunate percentage of kids. This discovery of this cancer, the first very bizarre symptoms were over a very usual brunch at a five-star restaurant in Mumbai when we had come back from a New Year trip in January. And there was no accompanying fever, there was no vomiting, there was no discomfort that my son had. He was extremely, he's a very, very positive, very, very energetic kid. And that day he happened to pass blood in his urine. And we as parents obviously freaked out. We took him to the nearest hospital. That's where we all get treated. That's in Khar, Hinduja. And his pediatrician, Dr. Ajit there, did the tests. And we found a 9-centimeter tumor that was growing on top of his left kidney. And, for any parent, and I'll speak for ourselves, for me and my wife, when we heard the news, it's like the ground beneath our feet had been ripped off. Cancer, the perception of cancer for a layperson like me, and I consider myself as a layperson because with education, with even staying in Mumbai, you've heard of people get cancer, but you don't actually go to the depths of it unless you have someone close to you diagnosed with the disease. My perception of cancer was this monster that is going to take my son's life. Because of a lot of things, maybe the way it's been projected in the media, maybe just the general vibe of what cancer has done worldwide. It has overtaken heart disease over the past decade. It's very prevalent in our country, in rural and because of urbanization in most of the places. And you're constantly hearing about deaths related to cancer. And that was my, prime fear at that point of time, that this is going to take my son's life. The perception changed when I started informing myself, when I started reading up a lot about cancer and demystifying a lot of things about this dreaded disease. I realized that 70 to almost 95%, in my son's case, the prognosis is extremely good. Wilms tumor is one of the best prognosis as far as cancer goes. It's highly treatable, and that was very heartening for me to know. But there was a revelation that happened over the course of 2 months after reading. So I had an agonizing 2 months. And, but still, it really took the life out of us when we heard the news. There's no way of encompassing that in words or trying to explain what a parent goes through. It's worse than being confronted with your own mortality. Hearing that your 3-year-old son has got cancer. And our lives have changed ever since. We've started living a very new kind of normal. You make peace with the cancer in a way. It's this factor in the house. It's there in conversations that wasn't there. You can't wish it away. And your perception changes, and then you have to fight the good fight against this disease and make sure you don't let it get the better of you or your family. And that's exactly what we did.